Okay, and welcome to the African ED podcast. I think this is our first, or let's just call it the first live stream. So it's a bit of try and error. We don't know what we are doing. We're just trying to this format for now. Today I have here two very important guests. I have
It's frozen. Is it frozen for you too, John?
Yeah, I think God's internet is acting up a bit.
Uh,
So we're live. Our host, uh, God, is having a few internet issues. I'd like to introduce our guest, Nana Akoful from Act Global. Nana, welcome.
thank you. This is my second time
Ah,
speaking
okay,
with
maybe, yeah, maybe perhaps just give us a brief history of Act Global.
Say that again one more time.
Perhaps maybe you could give us a brief history of Act Global.
Okay. Our Global is a electric conversions company. We convert petrol cars, gas cars into electric cars. Um, Obviously, there's an innovation happening in the world right now. Um, it's actually not innovation anymore. It's an actual mass produced idea of just going electric and going, you know, zero carbon. So as a catalyst and as the people that want to bring that idea and mentality to Africa as a whole, we've implemented a business that allows Ghanaians of all types, starting with Ghanaians, Africans of all types. It doesn't really matter your status to convert a car to an electric car. So our way allows for a more adaptable ecosystem because electric cars right now they're very expensive, right? So our way allows for a young guy who says, I want an electric car, but he can't afford a Tesla to get an electric car. He can't afford a Porsche Taycan to get an electric car. He can't afford the Hummer EV, you know. He can turn his little Opel into an electric car. Or his Daewoo. Right, so.
Sorry guys. I think my internet this is Africa, like we say all the time. It decided to dance with me a bit. Yeah. Anyway,
So
that's good. That's good to know.
yeah.
I mean, for those of you who would like to know more about Agroba, we had a conversation with Nana. Is check the YouTube channel. You will see it in one of the links on podcast. He spoke a bit about his story and his background. There was a conversation with his dad about conventions. There's even another conversation with him that is yet to come out, where he's talking about his life story. Very rich interview session, if I say so myself. I was very much impressed with some of the things and the stories that he had to say. So, I mean, we'll publish that one too soon. But back to our topic of the day.
I also want to say, check out the website, artglobal.com, ARKE Global. com. You can get your
Good,
car
good.
actually converted today. If you sign up, you get your car converted. We'll respond to you, let you know all the needed parts that that you require, depending on your needs, how far you want to go in the car. If you want AC, if you want navigation system, if you want car alarms in your car, you tell us all, and we make it happen. So, go ahead, continue. I'm sorry, guy. Just had to add that.
Okay. So I think I want to display that, so those who want to, that's the website, agglobal.com. So you can go there and get in touch with Nana, and you will be happy. That is if you want to convert your car, or you want custom jobs done on your normal petrol and diesel cars.
Yeah.
And you're in Ghana, they
Yes.
can sort us. All right. So the question of the day: do you think Tesla can produce 1 million cars this year, 2021? The background to this is for those who are living at the rock, and maybe you are not aware of what it happens, of what has been going on, is that Tesla a couple of days ago released their end of quarter sales and production figures.
Earnings.
Now, last year, Tesla produced and delivered almost 500,000 cars. And for a couple of years now, Elon Musk has been saying that Tesla's annual growth rate will be 50% per annum. So if you do that, the numbers, you will get 750,000 vehicles for 2021. Now, this first quarter figures that Tesla produced, they say that they have produced 80,338 Model Y and 3, and then delivered 184,800 Model 3 and Model Y. The reason why the delivery number is higher than the production number was because they had inventory from last quarter. They added to this quarter's delivery numbers. The issue.
You think you can share the screen?
Oh, you want to share that? Okay.
Yeah.
That'll be cool. Give me a sec. Let me share that so that you can see. Yeah. Okay. Can you guys see?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you can see.
Okay. So you can see clearly they produce 180,000, and then they delivered 184,000. Now, just a casual conversion, multiplication here. If you multiply 180,000, you can 4. You are getting 720,000 per annum. But take into consideration, they had a couple of days that they shut down 3 months. There is a global pandemic going on. We have a chip shortage in the global automotive industry. So there are a lot of headwinds. So for them to produce this and deliver, in fact, I think last year, first quarter, they delivered 88,000 cars or so. It is very, very impressive. So, John, your thoughts? Can they do it?
Okay. Of course. Yeah. Of course. Right now, what we can see that with the pandemic, unless you're Bill Gates, I think Bill Gates is the only one who's making money now.
Oh,
Yeah. So yeah. So that was to be expected. A dip was to be expected. Uh, but God, what are we? What do you expect to come for the next year? I was just following some news, and if you look at the Tesla price share, it's gone up as well. Um,
then what?
we expect the stock, Tesla stock.
Okay.
Yeah, it's still
When
gone
we
up.
show that? Yes.
Yeah, you could show that as well. Um, that we know that even
But that's
Biden
that's a
spoke
reaction to the news.
exactly. We know that Biden has said that they want to electrify the federal fleet, right? So yeah, things have been a bit hard, but we
Okay.
expect Tesla to do well.
I
Yeah.
so why would you ever underestimate Tesla?
But you see, it's not a demand problem. Oh.
Say that again. I didn't hear what you said. I'm sorry.
God, Nana, it's true. And
Yes.
this guy constantly, and I don't know if you follow the news, God. He spoke about because of the fact that Tesla had to shift the whole engineering to focus on delivering the cars. We expect now that the other divisions in Tesla to actually do much better now that there's less pressure.
One thing you have to notice about Tesla and Elon Musk is he's a very he's like a gecko. Like he can adapt to any situation, right?
Yep.
So and look at that. Look at that stock price. You see that was $83 in 2019. Tesla was
Yeah.
$83. You know, at a certain
But
point,
but but 2019 they were just coming out from the production hell, right?
yeah. But
Remember?
that's because okay, so we all know about the innovation curve, right? And
Yeah.
you know the small amount of people that are willing to reach or meet innovation at its earliest form, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so we don't really pay attention, right,
Until
to the future of it because if you look at his competitors or if you even look at people he asked to invest in him in 2014, 2012, right? Everybody thought he was a joke.
yeah.
And even like, he's a charismatic guy, he's a lively guy. He doesn't really he's not too serious, right? So no one was taking him serious. But the proof is in the numbers, right?
Yeah.
And that's why I say, why would you ever underestimate Tesla? Because the numbers have shown what you need to know. You don't need to you don't need to pay attention to anything else, right?
And it's consistently.
Yeah, and it's consistently. You know, the guy is using the same parts, components that he builds spaceships with to build his cars. He's using he's finding out new ways to implement renewable energy sources across the board, across every company that he has, right? Innovation. You got the Boring Company. Other than Tesla, right? You have the Boring Company, which is digging tunnels hundreds of miles long, creating loops, hyperloops. Right? That's the future. And pretty soon you'll be paying Bitcoin to get into a hyperloop in Las Vegas. You'll be paying Bitcoin to go from one maybe 20 miles away to, one spot, point A to point B, 20 miles away, and you could probably get there in 5 minutes. The only part about that he has to figure out is, will humans go dizzy?
But the problem has never been the shall we say the market or the demand currently. It is the production. Okay, the point is, can they produce? Because if you cannot deliver what you cannot produce. Okay, customers can line up a dime a dozen, but if you don't have the inventory to give to them, you are nowhere.
So how many gigafactories do they have?
That is the okay. So now, I think till last year they had only one. That was Fremont.
And how many?
The last year they started using
Let's
Shanghai.
do the math.
And they started using Model 3 in Shanghai. Hold on. Yeah, we are going to do the numbers. In fact, I have the some of their I think the report from last year. You see, what I'm trying to say is, as at last year, okay, the report they produced, it was clear that their run rate is up to 1 million cars. All right, the vehicle run rate. Can you see? I don't know if it's playing out. There was, I think, just page 11, right?
Okay, this is last 2020 year, the full year.
This is 2020 annual report. The last annual report. Yes.
Gotcha.
There is a session that they talk about their Good. Watch. So you can see that Fremont, they said that the Model X and X, they run.
I think you're frozen again.
Yeah, it's frozen again. No, but you can see what God is talking about, huh? Got the Fremont, Shanghai, Berlin. Now, out of all these three, the one that I'm most excited about is the Shanghai. Yeah, because I think that will be the thing, the factory that has like the biggest impact on China or on Africa.
I can see.
I don't know if you feel the same way. Because
I mean, if you look at what China is doing as a country, and the stakeholders that they're placing around Africa, right? When you put those two together, right, then you can, if the market is there, obviously China has a way to get the cars to Africa through Kenya. Kenya import export is owned by China. right?
Yes.
So with Kenya being the central country of all of Africa, that means if we ship from China to Kenya, right, we can
Yeah.
go anywhere else. We can go
Yeah.
anywhere else in the continent, right?
Yeah.
So what you're saying is completely valid, right? And you see with the numbers, right, 450,000 cars. China obviously has an immense amount of people there, so you will have to produce more cars in China in order to meet the demand, right?
Yeah.
So I even see them producing eventually 1 million in China alone.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And as you said, with the Chinese market, the
How
demand.
can our host just be disappearing and coming back?
God,
But forgive me, my internet is terrible this night.
we're
My internet
Africans,
is
God.
terrible. I keep vanishing on you guys in the middle of making a statement.
Most important parts,
Uh,
yeah.
Yeah,
Because I was
I
saying,
think that
God.
yeah, I think that
So,
yeah, I do agree with the sentiment that China is the key, at least for this year.
yeah, because I was just explaining, China has the stakehold on the Kenya import
Hello?
export. Can you hear me? So with that alone, they can access with our trading agreement, even, right?
Yeah, we
They
can hear
can
you.
access all of the continent from Kenya. They have access to all of the continent from Kenya, right? Um, that 450,000 cars is going to turn into 1 million by itself in China. China will produce 1 million cars, maybe 2023. And you can hold me, that's a prediction for me, but 2023, I believe that China alone will produce 1 million Teslas. Right? They haven't even finished Berlin.
By
They
when?
haven't
By
finished
when?
2023. Right, 20, if you pay attention to like their operations, right? You look at the demand of the Chinese EV market.
yeah.
China is the number one in this whole this pact to go to zero emissions. Right? They're the number one. They said zero by this time. Zero. Other countries are saying 80%. Then when China said zero, then they said zero because they realized it's not as hard as they thought. Right?
Mm,
If China can do
yeah.
it, we can do it.
Yeah.
That's what everybody's saying, right? And and if
Hmm.
China can do it, we have to do it, or we'll be left behind. Because
Yeah.
China is it's trying to finish everyone. It's trying to become the economic superpower, right? The way my child, your child, they're all EVs. They're going to be laughing at petrol cars. If you have a petrol car, you'll be laughed at. You'll be ridiculed. You see, because of the innovation that's coming behind it. It's not just about it being an electric car, but the fact that it can drive itself. The fact that it has so many capabilities. Children right now are saying, "I want a Tesla when I grow up." They're not saying, "I want a Toyota." So it's there. I think it's 1 million cars in 1 year. 2021 is very possible. It's very possible. Just looking at the numbers alone.
John,
Yeah.
what do you have to add or subtract from that statement?
Oh God. God, the
Are you
fact is that
expecting, or do you think it's going to happen, or do you think it's not happening?
it is definitely happening. And you can see Elon is a smart person. You see, we were just talking about China right now, but look at Norway, look at Sweden, look at all those markets. Germany will actually cater for all those guys. They used to wait for their cars to be shipped from the US. I mean, come on, and they'd wait for their cars to be shipped from the US, and the sales were hitting close to 60%, or sometimes even 70% in Norway of new vehicle sales. Now, what happens when you have a factory next door? Anyway, he will hit the numbers. What's scary is in 2 or 3 years, in fact. That's what's scary. I know we all have this saying where every car in front of you is a Toyota. Maybe we'll change it to every car in front of you is a Tesla.
No, this is. Do you think Wuling will be a disruptor for Tesla? Wuling Motors.
I've been looking at the Chinese car manufacturers. The only thing that I think that's an interesting question, because I think the Chinese manufacturers will have their biggest markets outside of China will be Africa. And that will be there mainly because of the pricing. But then again, with this, we find that they're actually going to go and they're trying to target the European market as well. So it's that. Hello, God. Nana, I don't know if you're hearing me.
I hear you.
Yeah, I'm here. Because my internet is, I can hear you. The issue is that my internet has been terrible, so I have to be careful not to talk, and then before you realize I get cut off. But I think that when Texas and Berlin comes on stream, it's going to shift dynamics. But I do expect, they say that by June, we are in April, right? That's like 2 months from now or 3 months from now. If China is any indication, it may take them between 3 to 5 months to ramp up. I hope you get what I'm saying. So we will see the full weight of those two factories, I think, from the beginning of next year. That's when we'll begin to see the impacts that they are bringing onto the market. But it seems that between the two of you, there's a consensus that truly, Tesla will hit the 1 million vehicles. That seems to be the consensus I'm getting among the two of you. I think that
the only concern, as you mentioned, is the battery.
1 million is a stretch goal at this time, but it's very doable. especially if we know, or we have an idea. Is it?
I said, like
The
you
only
mentioned,
concern
the
is what?
battery is the price of cost of batteries are the only concern. When it comes to an EV, everything else is pretty cheap. The battery, it costs half of the car.
Yeah.
Battery costs half of the car, you know. So
But you see, that is the other thing. That is the other thing, which is that Berlin, they say they are moving to the 4680 cells, and they're going to do the structural battery packs. All right. And Berlin, they intend to set up 100 gigawatt hours of battery production capacity. All right. Now, if you assume that the average Tesla, the Model 3 and Model Y, has a 50 kilowatt hour battery, that means that they have the capacity to produce enough batteries for 1 million cars in Berlin alone. And remember, the long-term plan for Berlin is to have 2 million cars annually, to produce 2 million cars annually. And they want to start with 500,000. You're getting the dynamic. So what that means is that all of a sudden, like what happened in China, the cars produced from Berlin are going to be far cheaper, cost-wise. And Tesla being Tesla, they will transfer a lot of those savings to the consumers. You get it? And then, of course, the fact that they're producing locally means that they escape the taxes and also the shop, like John was talking about earlier. Okay. The other side is, and which is why we are having this conversation as Africans, is how that is going to impact the supply chain. Okay, because if we are expecting that Tesla to produce 750,000 cars, and now all of a sudden we think they may be able to produce 1 million cars, which is basically a doubling of their 2020 numbers. Charlie, do you think that there are going to be some potential benefit for us here in Africa? Anna, for your conversions, John, the batteries for your solar projects. Do you think that we will be seeing some
but yeah, in fact, I wanted to say something.
Or you think we still have to wait?
God, to be quite honest, there was a time we were looking at the numbers in terms of sales of new cars in Africa. And I think you talked about less than 3% of the global sales, right? For the whole of Africa, for new vehicles, right? So, you see, now that number added to the cost of Tesla's steel, I don't think will be such, from a business point of view, it and I hate to say this, but it still doesn't make sense for even Tesla to try and even focus on the African market. Unfortunately, that's just the truth.
And you are right, because of those numbers, right? You see that 3%, like used cars. Right?
Yeah.
And that's
exactly.
why that's why Arc Global is here.
Anna, what do you have to say?
When can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
So okay. So as like we're saying, right? This ramp up, they're not honestly, when you see America say this, China say this, UK say this, they don't include Africa in any of those conversations, right? Africa is not included in any of those conversations. the initiative comes within us, all right? When they can see for themselves, when Africans can see for themselves that I can there's two sides. There's two sides. When Africans can see for themselves that I can save so much money on, I think someone in the background, somebody's background noise.
I think.
Somebody has background noise.
Hold on. Let me try and see. If it's me, just
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah,
you.
God, it's you. Yeah, it's you.
Okay.
Oh,
So-
okay. There's a church here, right by my place. They are praying.
Okay. Okay. Well, let's not disturb them. But like I was saying, so we have to show and prove, right? Just like Tesla did. You have to show and prove. When we show them Ghanaians that, or Africans all around the globe, all around the continent, all around the globe, that they can take their old car or they can take an electric car and actually save and make money, right? When they build a solar panel on their house from John and they get their car converted from me, right? What do they pay at that point? Everything is renewable. Everything is coming from a resource that is free,
Yeah.
right? So, and then this is the second side, right? You have us showing them this is, as me and John, we come forward and we scale larger. They see that, okay. But then the second side in 2028, right, when Teslas are $12,000,
Mm.
right, then there will be a surplus of demand in Africa, across the continent. So those are my two sides. In 2021, for sure, it's not for Africa, right? Tesla, you won't see too many Teslas in Africa in 2021. By 2025, 2028, you will see at least 200,000 Teslas.
Mm.
At least, minimum, in
Yeah.
Africa.
Did you say 2025? 2025.
2023 to 2025.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
I'm sorry. I said
Now
2025. I mean,
they're giving.
2025 to 2028. By
Especially
You will see what?
2028, you will see
Uh-huh.
a lot of Teslas, because Tesla wants to become a $15,000 car.
Yeah.
And
But I think that your timeline is a bit pessimistic.
it's pessimistic. Mine or
Yes,
yours?
yes. Is it yours? Yours is a bit pessimistic.
Okay.
Is it the reality of the ground? Right.
Okay.
Like we all know, but it is what it is.
I can't really hear you.
has God gone again?
Yeah, we
think
lost
it's
him
gone.
again.
Yeah. So Nana,
Yeah.
The reality of the ground is that it's all about the battery, right?
Oh, he's here.
yeah,
He's here.
God, you back?
Did go? Did I go?
Nana,
It went off. Yeah.
Yeah.
God.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
What?
It's okay. God.
What I was
You want to know why? You want to know why you think I'm being pessimistic on my numbers, on my projection?
Mm.
It's because I like to I like to under I like to under,
Oh, okay.
what do they call it? You know, overperform
Yeah, not
and
true.
under promise, overperform. You see, just like
Yeah.
our guy Elon Musk.
Smart.
No,
Yeah,
no,
no, but
that
So
was not
that's
Elon.
a bear
That
case.
one is
That's a bear
is
case.
Ekon. Okay, that's your bear case.
God,
Okay, I understand your bear case.
That's
Yes.
a bear case.
yeah, God. I don't know if you follow the news. There's a new budget car that Tesla actually put in the designs in Shanghai.
The $55,000 car. Is it that is one of the reasons why I'm saying what I'm saying.
Yeah,
That's why is it because what's happening in that? What's happening in that?
but you
You
see now,
see,
God. But I
remember,
just wanted to
one of
ask,
the major problems is
God,
awareness. Okay.
true,
Not
God,
just awareness. How about the affordability? Yes.
Okay, I
yeah,
think
God. Sorry, I just wanted to find out how much. What was the sort of like the price range that they were talking about for that new car? God, I think you've muted your mic or you've disappeared. I think
yeah,
he's
he's
gone.
frozen and he's muted at
Yeah.
the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, Tesla announced and actually plans were actually given to basically China, the China market, of a new Tesla that's going to be the crazy
Yes,
prices,
I know.
and I
Yeah.
think it's starting at 2020. I think production we expect delivery in 2023, not production to start, but delivery 25,000, right?
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
25,000. Okay. Okay. So that is
And
the
can
same
you guys hear
price
me?
as a Honda
It,
Civic.
it is the problem.
Yeah.
The problem is, or the opportunity is that this car, the timeline is actually more compressed than Tesla is has left on. Okay, so we know Tom Zhu, the manager of Tesla China, he gave an interview recently. And what basically came was that they are basically finishing with the design for that car. So they are going to testing and validation. All right. Which means that something that we were expecting that they will do last year, they are finishing this year. I hope you understand. So it is
Yeah.
very, very likely that by the third quarter of next year, they are unveiling this car. All right.
Yeah.
And remember, as we speak, they are expanding the China factory.
Yeah.
All right. So
Yeah.
you have to factor that in. And most people, I think that really, really, and truly, most people have not yet sunk in what Tesla unveiled on their battery investor day and the implications of that. Do you understand what I'm saying? VW basically what they did was they copied Tesla's approach and just went to present it as VW power. That was what they did.
Are you talking about the solid state battery?
And I watched all of it.
The solid state battery, or what?
No, I think VW, they had a power day. They had a power investor day. No. I'm not talking about solid state batteries. I'm talking about the normal lithium ion batteries. VW, you go and check it, watch it on YouTube. They had a power investor day. I think that was last month or so. All right, and
Okay.
I mean, go and watch it. It is basically a duplication of Tesla's whole approach. And the funny thing about it is the scale that they are talking about is far smaller than what Tesla is talking about. I hope you understand. All right. At the pace at which Tesla is going, you can see that their 20 million target a year, they are going to hit it in this decade. I mean, probably earlier. Because practically speaking, this year they are basically doubling their production. All right. And next year, because of Berlin and Texas, they are also likely to double their production again. You get what I'm saying? So next year, we are looking at between 1.7 to 2 million cars on Tesla. That means that the rate of acceleration is compounding.
Yeah.
Exponential.
You get what I'm saying? And next year, most likely, they will release a $25,000 car. All right. I don't know about the rest of the continent, but I know that in Africa here, our middle class that can afford brand new cars, normally they go for the cars in the $55,000 range. Okay.
For which range?
Who is going to buy a Honda Civic or Toyota Camry or Toyota Corolla? Yeah, who's going to buy those cars if they have the money for?
Oh,
Yeah, God went. I wanted to. Nana.
yeah.
Just to check up on God's point. Let's be honest. $25,000 in Africa.
Still too expensive.
Yeah, it's still too expensive.
Still too expensive. That's why I mentioned the $15,000 car. You see, because they have one that they are projecting to come for. I don't know the date and the year behind it. I'm using my own predictions. That's why I said 2025. That is like 2025 is everybody's. Everybody's 2025, 2030, 2025.
Yeah.
So with that, with that in mind, with that as like the placeholder, the year, for this innovation to be mainstream.
Yeah.
That's where I'm going, because it will. We are still lagging in Africa. Very, very much so. Very, very much so. A 25.
But you see,
is
God,
still.
God,
Yes.
you know what you're saying with Nana was that even if a Tesla is $25,000, that's still too expensive for most middle class Africans.
yes, you see, but you see, what the $25,000 Tesla represents, okay, and you guys are looking at the car. Oh, $25,000, I cannot buy. And I'm saying that $25,000, the Africans who can afford brand new cars, normally that's their budget.
Which is not the
Okay.
many. Not many.
So hold on. Oh,
listen.
yes. No, I'm making 2 points. That's my first point. Let me give my first point. So those people who can afford the $25,000, all right, a lot of them will go for this Tesla instead of their Honda Civic or whatever. Number one. And remember, these people are people of their influences. Let me say it this way. All right. So when so and so has left his Honda and is now driving a Tesla, the people in his influence cycle will all take note of that, and they will begin to think about aspiring to acquire a Tesla. Now, most importantly for us, the rest is the effect of this on the value chain. You get what I'm saying?
Say it again.
Okay, because the effect of a $25,000 Tesla on the automotive value chain, all right, is something that I watch a lot of Tesla YouTubers. I read a lot of. It's something that most people are not thinking about or don't think about. Okay, because all of a sudden the volume. You see, the Chinese automotive market is 25 million cars, 25 million, and they want to replace every single one.
Yeah.
Think about parts. Think about the batteries. Think about even the skill pool, the deepening of the skill pool. Okay, it's phenomenal. That is how we benefit.
But
As Africans.
let me play devil's
You
advocate.
get what I'm saying?
Let me play devil's advocate.
Okay,
Because
do. And then the stream is only us. So, but I mean, this is our first live stream, so we are just experimenting. So, in case you are watching this later, please bear with us. I become a vanishing man. It's part of it. Please continue.
we have to also get some broadband.
Yeah. I think I have to solve that problem.
Okay, but
because the,
on one side, right, you're totally right. But look at this. The people who are affording a Tesla right now, they don't buy a Model Y or a Model 3. They buy Model X and Model S. Because
Exactly.
the gap is so big between the ones that can afford and the ones that can't afford. Right? So 25,000 is right in the middle, and it won't reach enough. The ones that can afford the $25,000 car, they say, "Oh, this one is too cheap. I'm going to buy the S."
No. I know why you are making it. You are making, and I'm not going to allow you to get away with it.
This is what it's going to take.
Listen.
The youth
No.
have to grow up.
The people. No, hold on. The people you are talking about, okay? They are interested in exclusivity. All right. So currently, it's like a Tesla is a very exclusive thing. Think like a Porsche 911 Spider or a Lamborghini. A lot of, you get what I'm saying? So it's a very exclusionary. All right. And I'm saying that affordability, the price comes to $25,000 changes are because all of a sudden the upper middle class, not the wealthy class, the upper middle class and the middle class, let me say it that way. Okay, this door now opens to them, and these people, they are more interested in the economics and the pragmatics. I hope you understand. Oh, okay, this is my budget. Also, this guy, if I buy it, I will save how much? I don't want to maintain it as much. Really? Are you sure? So for such a person, he is
That's gone again.
It's gone again.
No, Nana.
The people, same people.
Nana, I agree with you. I agree with you 100% because, and this is where you're talking about the Chinese car makers.
Exactly.
Those Chinese car makers
that have now built factories in Ghana and across Africa, right? So that challenge is even more because now we have Nissan and Toyota in Ghana,
Yeah.
building
Mm.
petrol cars, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
and who is allowing it? It's government issued allowance. So do you think from this $1 million deal or whatever amounts it was, do you think that they will just give that up to start bringing Teslas in? It will take the people. That's why I say it will take the people.
Nana. Oh, yeah. My internet is acting up as well.
Yours is acting up. Okay. So I think
Nana, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Yeah. Sorry, my internet was acting up. Exactly. So now, Nissan, Toyota have been banned from Europe, everywhere else. Where do we come and dump our products? Africa.
Mm-hmm.
You see, God, can you hear?
I think we are almost hitting our time budget. Yes. Yeah.
No, God. What Nana is saying is that we can't. You can't say that $25,000.
Yes.
There is nowhere in Africa where that is middle class. It's not.
Even you've told me this yourself in our last interview. In our last interview, you told me this.
God,
yeah,
God.
No.
If
What I told you, what I told. No, what I told you. You see, hold on.
God,
I said, and I'm
point, God.
saying, I said, and I'm saying, no, let me talk to Lala. I said, and I'm saying still. You see, I am not talking about the general middle class, where somebody has the money, he can afford a car. So you buy an accident car, import it, fix it. I'm not talking about that. I am saying, listen very carefully. Those who can afford a brand new car, brand new, Tieraba, okay, in Africa, buy it and import and bring it. Majority of them, their budget is $25,000. I'm not saying people who are buying used cars. All right.
Yeah, we understand.
And we know that for every brand new car, between 4 to 5 used ones are imported.
But do you know
That
why
is the
Tesla?
fact.
Do you
On
know
the
why
ground.
Tesla is successful in all of the
They're
countries?
exception in South Africa. Okay, yes. So I am saying that those people, okay, that 20%.
It's even less, but yeah.
Yeah, it's very less. It's very less.
That's what you're about to tell me.
No, but God, let me ask you one thing. God, and you know, Nana just made the point that
Hello?
Nana made the point that
Hello?
Nissan and Toyota are setting up setting up plants in Africa.
I went off. I didn't hear what you guys said. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
So you see, what you're seeing is that it's kind of like the borders. Right now, I know in all African countries, everywhere those things are there, and the only reason that there are so many was because they were being phased out in China. So you know, I have 500,000 motorbikes. I am not going to sell them in China because the government has changed. What happens?
And do you know why Tesla is successful? Tesla is successful because all of the countries they've chosen to build plants in are helping them. The government is pushing them. California is pushing them. Right? China is pushing them. We don't have any government pushing EVs. We have people that like EVs.
Exactly. And
but God, you know, God,
okay.
I would like.
But That one is a part of the reality of the ground. Yes. Are you going to give us a new topic and a new live stream you have later? Is that what you're going to give to us? Because I know John, that is where you are going.
We don't have to start a new
That
topic.
is where you are going. So yes, okay. Okay. We'll organize a new live stream where we can discuss that. Whatever it is. I'm sure that John will tell me what it is. We will have that live stream. Onana, I mean we are available. That's why I say we are always around. We'll make time.
Yeah.
And then
Let me know.
hopefully by then I will have better internet. I'll have better internet. I'll have better internet, eh? Yes. Today,
It was a great talk.
Vodafone Ghana is showing me. Vodafone Ghana and Glo Ghana. I am mentioning your names. Today you have shown me that this is Africa. anyway, I think that the reality is the reality because there is no government push. All right. That is why we sort of have to, for now, live around the edges of what is happening. I hope you get what I'm saying. So I don't know. Tesla will eventually set up a gigafactory in Africa, but you have to think 2026, 2027 thereabouts. All right.
And that's what I
That
was
is the
saying.
reality. When you look at no.
That's what I said.
No. That is for local production. No, you're talking about. At the time, I'm not talking about local production. I'm making this statement about local production. I'm not making this statement about the market. All right. Is it because remember the market, the prime driver of the market is desire. And how does desire come? The first product is awareness, knowledge. You understand? As we are here, we are unicorns on the continent. 98% of the people don't know anything about electric cars. And they don't care. I hope you understand. Awareness is like 60 to 70% of the battle. The rest is affordability. You understand? Even if you cannot afford, once you are aware, sometimes the desire will even propel you to go and look for the money.
Sure.
Through fair and foul means, depending on who you are.
Sure.
You get what I'm going?
Me personally,
So
I
that
think
is
we'll take the
my
youth.
problem.
The youth, the children, the
Oh yes,
12-year-olds.
I mean the youth we are more open to this.
The
The
12-year-olds.
adults they are thinking about their profits.
Yeah. The 12-year-olds and 15-year-olds today will be the ones that the dream will be there, is there right now for them to get their Tesla. So they've already planned, when I turn 18 years old, my first car is going to be a Tesla. So
Guess what? Most of the youth in Africa don't know. I mean, we give presentations to students and all that. Most of them they're not even aware.
but they know
They go on YouTube
Instagram
all the
and
time
they
to go
know
and watch
Twitter.
music videos.
They know Elon
Yes,
Musk.
but you see, there is, I don't know how to say it. It's like part of the background noise. Yeah, a certain consciousness that hey, Charlie, EVs are wow, really, it's not there. Okay, it's like oh yeah, I heard about there's Tesla. I heard something like that too. Yeah, electric cars. I like. How does it work? Hey, oh okay, that's good though.
But my students,
Is that something in person?
if you think so, we have the students that we are teaching how to convert the cars, right?
Okay.
They know. The ones.
But they are not. They are the extreme of the spectrum. Somebody who will come to learn how to convert a petrol car to a diesel car, sorry, a petrol car or diesel car to an electric car. It's not an average person when it comes to awareness about EVs. Okay? And because the person has accepted that this is going to be an important trend. That is why he wants to invest.
Tell that to the 600.
You get what I'm saying?
Tell that to the 600 people that are on my Instagram, that are on our global Instagram likes when we posted that 600 people.
Uh-huh.
600 people, and that we didn't reach as many people as we could. Those 600 people that's enough to start in my eyes. Most of them are children. Most of the people who signed up, most of the people who signed up to convert are from 12 to 18. They're saying one day I will want to work for our global. I have the emails. That's why I'm saying this. It's the children. They are the ones.
I see. I'm not debating that with you. I'm just trying to say that, you see, the awareness level when you look at our population is very small. And mind you,
but God, let me ask you one thing, God.
Most of our population is young. Yes.
But God,
ask me one thing.
This is the point. I think that's why we're doing these shows. That's why we're having these discussions. So that we could actually create. That's why we have the Twitter discussion. That's why we have all that. So that we can create awareness. So that people can talk about, so that, and I think we are actually doing something. That's the truth. And what Nana is saying is that when we implant the ideas to younger people, that's the biggest change that will actually occur.
I agree with that sentiment. But you just give me the feeling that I sound a bit pessimistic, eh?
Yeah.
It's like you're trying to encourage me now. I think that it has been a good experiment. I mean, like I said at the beginning of the stream, we just want to. I mean, we decided to go live, and we're trying to figure out how this whole live streaming thing works. You can see that even internet is a basic problem. Actually, that I had doing most of this stream. That's why I kept vanishing and appearing in this stream. But it has been a good one. Okay, get the latter parts. We'll be having more such. Maybe we organize one after they release the earnings reports, eh? And then whatever it is that John is thinking. John is thinking something. I don't know what he's thinking, but he's thinking something. We'll organize that session too, yes. So, Nana, make yourself ready. Okay. And I think that want to try and give some advice, maybe a day or two, so that some people can join the live stream. Today it has not been the three of us, but I can see the live stream button is only zero. So thank you very much, guys, for participating. I will just organize this in the past 2 hours or so. Very much impromptu. And see you guys in the next one. Those of you watching. We expect to see you around and comment. I mean, it is going to be more interactive. All right. This is a test run. Bye.
Next time.